Alright, how y'all doing tonight? This is Nail Shine Journey. We're going to work on our second video. I was asked to do a couple ideas, and I was asked while I was doing these ideas to kind of go over some of my favorite things. Well, so I figured to show you my favorite things, I'm going to do polishing all my favorite polishes and stuff. We're going to use some base coat of finger paint. Again, this is my favorite base coat. I've done most of my nails for tonight, but I'm going to show you how easy it is to apply by doing the thumb for you. Nice and simple, easy glide. Just a couple of quick swipes like that. Make sure it doesn't get tacky. Nice, easy, firm coating. And it usually dries fairly quick. That's how I like to do it. Nice shiny polish like that. Base coat I love to use so that way my nails do not wind up staining depending on my colors. And also your polish does not chip easier. I decided to show you all a couple ideas for this video. As you can see, I've started doing the gradient. This is the final design I end it with. It's some dotting techniques on top of a gradient design. I went ahead and started on this one with just the gradient, and I'm going to show you how to do the dotting. I've left these two with just the base coat, which is a Color Club. It's just their simple gray. Color Club is my favorite brand of nail polish for drugstore type polishes. The problem is there's usually no labels. So we're just going to call it a Silver Sparkle for today's all sake and purposes. So that's what we're using on those two nails. And in a little bit I'll show you how that applies because we're going to have to put it on the thumb. So you see it on these two already. And now I'm going to show you how I gradient. And again, we're going to use all Color Club for our gradient here. Some nice pretty colors. What I usually do for a gradient, as you can see, I use the end of my makeup sponges, a nice simple cheap sponge, and I'll pick out a few colors I like, and we'll go ahead and look at the colors I've already done. You can see I've already have a streak of blue, so I'll go ahead and add some blue and put some more blue on. I'm not worried about being perfect. I really don't care because cleanup, not a big deal. We got some blue. Whoop! I'm going to lose that sponge out my handhold. Alright, so we got the blue. We got to add a little green on this. We got to add a little sunshine in the middle of November here for you folks. Alright. See how it's getting it nice and wet? And a little bit of pink. Now one thing I will tell you with gradients is when you go to sponge it on, if you're sponging it and it feels like the sponge is getting stuck or like a tacky feel to it, reapply some polish right onto your sponge and repress it onto the nails. And that way your sponge is not breaking off onto your nails and getting stuck, and then you have to restart all over. Remember, be liberal with the polish onto the sponge, as you can see I've done here. You see how liberal that is? I'll probably add a little bit more pink onto that part right there. As you can see, I'm not really concerned with lines. What we do is we take our sponge like this. We have our nail already set up. I kind of like to squeeze it together like this. I'm going to start on the pinky and ignore the mess I've already made. And we're going to do like that. And you will squeeze it onto the nail. And just blot it, making sure all the colors get onto the nail. Now, I have small fingers, so it tends to look a little bit messier at times until I get all the colors I want. And again, you are going to make a mess. I'll show you how to clean up that mess in just a second. And as you see, it is starting to get tacky, so be very careful. I will add a little blue into this because my blue did not come onto the nail. What you will do is you can grab a Kleenex or a cotton ball. You grab your nail remover. Just gently wet, or you can use your eyeshadow applicators. Some people prefer those. I'm not very good at eyeshadow applicators. And you would gently clean up your mess. Just like that. Now, I don't like how that gradient's come out so far, so what I'll probably do here is take another piece here. I'm going to put some more polish lines on it, just like that. Just like we did on the other one. Looks like it may need a new polish piece. Add some green. The green is kind of sheer, so I tend to make that heavy. That's why it looks globby. But I do like bold colors. I don't suggest doing more than 4 colors if you've got small fingers like me, because it will not fit. 4 barely fits, at least on somebody with fingers my size. If you got bigger fingers, you can get away with, say, 5. And what we'll do is just go over it again, same thing, and make it look halfway decent. Okay? So it's kind of like that. It looks kind of messy, but it'll clean up nice. Since you already have the polish started, we'll go ahead and start on the next nail. There's not enough polish, so we're going to add some. Just like that. And do the same designs. Same thing. Remember, perfection is not a technique I worry about, because you can always fix perfection. Take your polish like that, and just like that, you got it on. And that would give you a gradient. We've still got this, so we're going to come back here and clean this up. Actually, this winds up giving us an unusual gradient since it glitched, which is fine. Sometimes you're going to have oddballs. We'll just put a pretty design and dots over it. And we've got this one. As you can see, the nice designs, I'm not sure. We can go ahead and go back over if we want to try to clean that up and add a little more color and see if that'll work. If not, you can always take off the polish and start again later. It won't hurt it. Alright, so we're going to let that go. I'm not going to worry about these mistakes too terribly bad. Because again, same thing. Mistakes are just that. They're easy to fix. I'm going to go ahead and get you started on some dotting. Which this finger should be dry. Always make sure your gradients are dry before you do some dots. And for this, we're using a Wet n Wild French cream because it's thick. And I wanted something to pop against the gradient colors I used. And I picked one of my daughters. I'm going to use a little bit bigger one first, which is in white. I use an old cap, and I put a little bit of polish inside, which you can see the whites right there. And we do just like that. Get a little bit on the end. We start making our design. And you'll be able to start telling when your polish starts running out, because it'll not make full circles. So you put it back in your polish. And you dab again. Just like that. And you keep doing that until you make the full design that you want to do. Make some big, nice round circles, because we're going to do some flowers here. And I like white and I like yellow petaling. So we're going to use a smaller daughter here, because your daughters are always two-sided, or usually they're two-sided. And again, in the cap, it was big enough, so I have some orange, which, ouch, is another yellow, orange Color Club. That one's actually called Wham Pow. And I'm going to take that, make sure I have the right daughter, get some on the end, and I'm going to put it right in the middle. Just some light dabbing, so as it does not take away from the white, but instead adds to it. Now when these dry, you will go ahead and top coat it however you see fit. As I showed you last night, one of my favorite top coats is the Gothic Gala Hollow. But for this nail, I did use a regular top coat, and that was the Digital Nails. Ain't Nobody Got Time for That, which is my absolute favorite regular top coat. So that is what I'll be using on these nails tonight. Just to give you an idea of how Color Club goes on, this is why I like this polish so much. I'm very picky because I don't like polishes that streak, and I don't like polishes that are too sheer. I like polishes that go on well and easy. And as you notice, I put a little bit extra on at first, and that was okay. It didn't dry fast, so I was able to go back and fix it and make it pretty. Nice, simple, easy. And that is why I like Color Club so well. And as you can see, there are some mistakes, which is fine. You can go back with an eyeshadow applicator, or however you see fit to clean, and clean it up. So that's how it would look. So that's it for this video. If you have any ideas that you want to see done, let me know. If I don't know how to do it, I certainly will try, because the only way you can learn is by failing sometimes. So y'all have a good night, and we'll get together soon. Take care.